Let's welcome him from New Jersey. Haribo. Anyone else here coming for the first time? Where are you all from?
North Street.
North Streets. Let's welcome her also. Haribo. Anyone else? Who is here for the second time? Everybody is here. So have our speaker. His Grace Naru Gopal Prabhu. Please come. Naru Gopal Prabhu, he came all the way from Sridham, Mayapur. You know where is Mayapur? Mayapur is all the way in India, West Bengal. And that is the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You see these two deities here? On the right is Gauranga, on the left is Nityananda Prabhu. So these deities were established by Prabhupada, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in Mayapur Dham. So he lives there. Iskcon, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, they have built a world headquarters there, spiritual headquarters. And very soon they will be building TOBP. It's a very big temple coming up. If you go to Mayapur, you can see that temple. It's a very beautiful place. It's spiritually very powerful. And Prabhupada said this Mayapur is not different from Vrindavan. So Naru Gopal Prabhu has been there in Mayapur for a very, very long time. He was in the Gurukul, then he graduated. He took care of Mayapur temple for many years. And now he's preaching all over India and also in some Asian countries. He's always going there and preaching. And he's also serving as one of the Iskcon leader in India, as a regional secretary for different parts of West Bengal and Assam, Bangladesh, many places. So let's welcome Naru Gopal Prabhu by chanting Hare Krishna one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So after the Sunday's lecture is over, then we'll have a mini arati for the Sunday sponsor. There will be more kirtan. If you are bringing any bhoga for Jagannath, Chappan bhog, then you can put that inside. So there will be a Chappan bhog offering for Lord Jagannath. So I request Naru Gopal Prabhu also to speak few words on Chappan bhog. What is the meaning of Chappan bhog? In Jagannath Puri temple, they offer every day Chappan bhog, every day in Jagannath Puri. So we do only once in a year here in Atlanta temple. So everybody get a chance to cook and bring for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath. So this is your opportunity. So if you brought something, give it to the pujaris, they will offer it. Hare Krishna.
Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Gajajanarandana Yamuna Shri Gopal ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samavita Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Thai Gopramanande Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindho Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Repeat louder please. Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all of you, begging your mercy to be able to say something today. Atlanta Temple is a very special place. You have Vrindavan, you have Mayapur, and Jagannath Puri, Dham at the same time. Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Gauratai, and Jagannath Baladev, Srimatra Maharani. Everyone has their special days. But for Jagannath, every day is a special day. Because he is very, very merciful. And he attracts the living entities through prasad. And you'll notice even in this temple, that during kirtan there may not be many devotees. During class, may not be many. But you'll see after this class, how many devotees are there honoring prasad. Krishna performs many wonderful pastimes to attract the living entities. Spoke Bhagavad Gita. How many of us have actually read Bhagavad Gita? But everyone knows prasad. Right from childhood. You may not have heard the name Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Dham. But prasad, the word prasad, you have heard. And this is the beautiful nature of the Lord. trying to see how to attract the living entities through different of his pastimes. Krishna performed such wonderful pastime in Vrindavan. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, "Sthane sthane bhagavate borniya cha janaite tahasuni mate bhakta." When the devotees hear the beautiful pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, they're mad in ecstatic love of Godhead. But how many of us are really dive into that pastime? Because in order to appreciate and dive into the pastimes of the world, certain amount of purity has to be there. Otherwise we may not appreciate. Mahaprabhu came, Golokera Premadhana Harinam Sankirtan. He brought the essence of the spiritual world, the holy name. Kolikale Nam Rupa Krishna Avatar. The Lord appears in the form of the holy name, the age of Kali. But you'll notice, whenever there is chanting, especially the Chappan, fall asleep. Some of us, we stay awake when there is kirtan with musical instruments and dancing, and not sure how much happiness we get from the kirtan, or we are getting happiness of the melody, or because of the rhythm, is something to, jump up and down. But how much nectar are we actually, getting from the holy name is a question mark. But then when the Lord comes in the form of Mahaprasad, no lethargy. I don't know if any one of you, saw a beautiful plate of prasad and you fell asleep. Just by looking at the prasad, you fell asleep. It doesn't work like that. If suddenly we ask all of you to chant 5 rounds, most of us will be half asleep. But you see the joyful mood in everyone when there is a nice plate of prasad in front of you. All smiling, happy, completely awake. Therefore, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, Mahaprasad means the greatest favor. It is the greatest favor of the Lord. Prasada seva korite হয় সকল প্রপঞ্চ জয়. All of us, to some extent, have some disease. Because of that, we are not able to come to Krishna very closely with him. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the medicine for all the disease is prasad. Prapancha means Maya. Sakala prapancha jaya. A living entity can overcome Maya, no matter in which form she comes. How? By honoring Prasad. Why? Because Krishna is non-different from Prasad. We have attachment for Prasad. We have some attraction. That helps. So even we may not have attachment to different aspects of devotional service, but because we have some attachment to Prasad, there is hope. And Prabhupada writes that when he came to America, he was in New York. Many people got attracted the way he chanted the holy name. So much purity. Many got attracted to Prabhupada because the way Prabhupada treated everyone. with so much love and concern and care without any discrimination. The Prabhupada says when he came here, he used to cook prasad every day. And he says, Prabhupada says, minimum a dozen of devotees. He would personally cut the vegetables, cook, serve, and clean the place. So prasad played one of the most important role in forming international society for Krishna consciousness. Many, many famous people in the world today, including the founder of Apple, got introduced to Iskcon through Prasad. He said he used to walk miles on Sunday to get Prasad. I went to Australia some years back, and we went to one devotee's house. He's an Indian devotee. So I said, how did you become a devotee? He said, did you know Iskcon when you were in India? He said, I knew, but I didn't like it. I used to never go to the temple. I didn't really crazy people chanting and dancing in the street. So I used to never go to them. Then I came to Australia, in Melbourne. And then, I went there and they gave me a very nice plate of prasad. I came back again. They did not say, hey, you came last time, why are you coming again? They gave me prasad again. So through prasad, I got introduced to prasad. Most of the devotees, they honor prasad 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. We chant a prayer. The way a devotee honors prasad and respects prasad, simply by looking at prasad, accepting with awe and reverence, human form of life can be successful. The relationship between the Lord and the living entities can be very deep simply by honoring prasad. Rupa Goswami says, Dadati pratigrihnati guhyam akhyati pritchati bhumte bhojayate chaiva sarvidhi pratilakshana. That simply by honoring prasad and giving prasad, you develop that intense, very pure relationship with the Lord and the devotees. When you think of Vrindavan, certain things come to your mind. Different holy places, especially the dust of Vrindavan. When you think of Mayapur, immediately Kirtan comes to mind. Mother Ganga comes to mind. When you think of Jagannath Puri, what comes to mind? Prasad. Because Jagannath is the most merciful Lord. He is willing to do anything. How many times can you eat in a day? But Jagannath is willing to. Why? Because the more he honors, he accepts, we get the remnants. Therefore, when Jagannath appeared in front of Indradumna Maharaj, Jagannath asked, what benediction you want? There are a couple of benedictions he wanted. The first benediction, very interestingly, Indradumna Maharaj said, my Lord, please bless me that I don't have any child. I don't want any children. He was the king, one of the most powerful king in India at that time. He did not want children because he didn't want his children in the future to say, this is our property. The temple is our property. You are Jagannath, the Lord of the universe, you are everybody's Lord. second benediction. He said, my Lord, may you always continue to honor, take offering. You take, you accept the offering, we give you water to wash your hands. By the time your hands are dry, sit again and honor again. So he says, fine. Then Yudhana Maharaj asked Jagannath, my dear Lord, now that you have accepted to honor food throughout the day and night, what would you like to have? So Jagannath said, anything that is locally grown. So at that time, there were no potatoes, no cauliflower, no broccoli, no capsicum, no green chili or red chili. Not in India. Those things came later on. Like in India, sweet potato is something has always been there. Potatoes came later on. Therefore, you'll see in Jagannath Puri, even today, that tradition is maintained. Only which was available during the time of Yudhana Maharaj. That culture has been maintained. Of course, Jagannath, being very, very merciful, now he accepts anything. Now the devotees here in Atlanta, today they are getting that opportunity. Because usually in the temples, food prepared by a Brahmin is offered in the temple. But today is a very special day. Anything you bring, they're all offering. And you'll get unlimited benefit because Lord has accepted. Here Prabhupada says, please, this is 1977 in Jagannath Puri. So Prabhupada went to Bhubaneswar. Prabhupada says, our desire is to introduce the culture of Jagannath Swami. We have heard the word Indian culture, Western culture, my culture, your culture. Have you heard the term Jagannath culture? Prabhupada wanted to introduce Jagannath Swami's culture all over the world. And what is happening right now in Iskcon Atlanta temple is part of Jagannath culture. Jagannath culture means the culture of Prasad. Jagannath culture means a culture of no discrimination. Culture of Jagannath means anyone can come and surrender their life to the lotus feet of Lord Jagannath. Anyone can chant. Anyone can become qualified and go back to Godhead. This is the culture of Lord Jagannath. And because of that, you'll see Prabhupada has introduced Rath Yatra all over the world. Just in Bangladesh, on the 27th of last month was the Rath Yatra day. Of course, here was a little bit different. But in India and many parts of the world, now we are trying to celebrate on the same day because there's a lot of pressure from Jagannath Puri temple to celebrate on the same day. So Bangladesh is a very small country. It's like one of the states in India. So just in that country, Iskcon itself had 128 Rath Yatras. Small, just like one state. And Jagannath's mercy, you must be hearing a lot of news about Bangladesh. So many things are happening there. But look at Jagannath's culture. This year had the biggest crowd ever in the history of Bangladesh. All the Rath Yatras. And every part of India, the celebrated Ratha Yatra. The biggest crowd, pulling everyone. Jagannath is merciful. Jagannath culture means, you're not coming to me, I'll go to you. That is Jagannath culture. Now, Prabhupada was very strict about installing Radha Krishna deities in the homes of different householders. But Prabhupada was very happy to say that you can keep Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. They're very merciful. They will accept your service. He said you can have Jagannath Baladev Subhadra and you can have Sri Gauritai. Now here you'll see that Mahaprabhu himself showed to the devotees by his own example of how to honor, how to serve, and how to prepare prasad. One of the devotees completed reading whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. This story was told to me by His Holiness Indradhamma Swami Maharaj during one of the parikramas in Mayapur. So Maharaj was saying that he asked this devotee, who was a Prabhupada disciple, who just completed reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Maharaj asked, what was your realization after completing reading of whole Chaitanya Charitamrita? The devotee said that I realized the devotees of Mahaprabhu, they really take honoring prasad very seriously. And it's a fact. They can fast. We have so many fastings. When it comes to honoring prasad, very magnanimous. So both ways. And Mahaprabhu took great joy in serving prasad to the devotees and honoring prasad also. You will see in Chaitanya Charitamrita how Mahaprabhu is honoring the prasad of Lord Jagannath. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he went to Gaya, and this happened before he took official initiation from Ishwar Puripad. And the day he did the last rites for his father, Jagannath Mishra, he personally cooked for Ishwar Puri. And how he served the prasad to his Guru. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says simply by hearing that pastime, one goes back to Godhead. Simply by hearing how the Lord cooked prasad and fed his devotees. When Haridas Thakur left this world, how Mahaprabhu paid prasad from Ananda Bazar. Ananda Bazar is the market in Jagannath temple where you are able to get prasad. How Mahaprabhu baked the prasad, how Mahaprabhu had everyone sit, how Mahaprabhu personally served prasad. You all have your kitchen. Jagannath also has his kitchen. In Jagannath Puri, Jagannath's kitchen is one of the biggest kitchens in the world that can feed, that can cook for 100,000 devotees. Why? Because he's Jagannath. It's the Lord of the universe. Somehow or other, he wants to give his reverence to us. And accepting that with all reverence, our human form of life can become successful. So here, we can see how Mahaprabhu personally, when he was a Grihastha, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, also Vrindavan Das Thakur says, every single day Mahaprabhu would have many, many devotees as guests, 10, 15, 20, 30, and feeding them prasad every single day. Yesterday we were reading from Bhagavatam. Prabhupada says in the purport, this is from the 8th canto, Prabhupada says, any householder who denies to serve prasad, he denies even to give water to the guest, that house is as good as a house of a jackal. There are many verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, where Mahaprabhu emphasizes that do something when a guest comes. Give him some prasad, even if there is nothing. Take some water, offer to Krishna, give that water. Give them a place to sit, give them a glass of water, speak sweet words. And you will see in the Bhagavatam, in the description of Payoprata, Payoprata is a process by which Aditi got Bhamandev as his son. It's a 12-day process. She was only drinking milk. And then there are different processes of devotional service described by her husband Kasyapa Muni. You will see in that description, half of the description is about serving Krishna, and other half of the description is about serving prasad. Serving prasad to the demigods, to your family members, to the devotees, to the Brahmins, to the animals, to everyone. So you can imagine, she did that for 12 days. And she got Bhamandev, Krishna, as her son. And half of the description is about prasad. So whenever all of you get an opportunity to serve prasad, to honor prasad, to cook prasad, don't shy away. Even the demigods are eagerly hankering for Jagannath prasad. Today all of you will be honoring prasad of Lord Jagannath. There's a beautiful pastime in Jagannath Puri. Who have been to Jagannath Puri? Please raise your hand. Jagannath Puri. Many of you. Have you seen Swargadwar? Right? Where there are burning people, like anytime you go, there's a 10, 15, 20, 30 bodies are being burned. That is a very interesting pastime. Why that place is called Swargadwar. Swarga means heavenly planet. Dwar means the gateway, gate. So one time, Lord Indra, the king of the heaven, you know that Indra is not a name of the demigod. It's the name of the post. Like here you have temple president. So temple president is not somebody's name. It's the name of the post. So Indra is the post of the king of the demigods. So one day, very eager to honor Jagannath Prasad, King Indra, he disguised himself as a normal human being, came to Ananda Bazar in the temple where they sell the prasad. He went to one of the shopkeepers, "My dear sir, please give me prasad." So when you go to a shop and you say, "Please give me this," obviously the shopkeeper is expecting to pay the money. So he said, "Please give prasad." And the shopkeeper made a very nice plate, and Indra took that, said, "Thank you," walked off. And shopkeeper said, "Hello, Jai Jagannath." Say, "Jai Jagannath." Louder, "Jai Jagannath." Money, money. So Lord Indra did not even look back. He just started to walk. The shopkeepers got very annoyed. Hey, I was telling you very nicely, Jai Jagannath, please give money. Now he just don't even pay any attention, he just ignoring me and just walk out. So he left his shop and started to go behind Lord Indra. He didn't know he was Indra. But then he started to run because he could not catch up. He noticed the faster he ran, Lord Indra was running faster. An interesting part of that was Lord Indra's feet was not touching the ground. It is said when the demigods walk on the ground, their feet doesn't touch. So he's something very special. Okay, let him be special, but I need my money. I need my money. She was running behind. And then finally, Lord Indra came to the spot where the bodies are being burned. So he came there. He told, my good sir, thank you for giving me this amazing transcendental prasad of Lord Jagannath. He said, excuse me, first give my money and then we talk. He said, you may not know, I am Lord Indra. How do I know you're Lord Indra? Immediately he saw a beautiful golden chariot from the heavenly planet just came down. And Lord Indra got on the chariot. He said, because you gave me prasad, I have to give you a benediction. Ask, what do you want? So this person said, as far as I know, you're the God of rain. So give me this benediction. Wherever I want rain, whichever place I want the rain to fall, it should fall. And no other place. Like if I say in this house, it should fall in this house, not outside the house. If I say this marketplace, it should only rain in this marketplace and nowhere else. Lord Indra said, fine. Immediately, Indra left, giving the benediction. And that shopkeeper took a stick, put it on the ground as an indication that from here, Lord Indra gone to heaven. So since then, the sculpture of the burning of the bodies came there. You burn the bodies here, so the soul will go from here directly to the heaven. So therefore, you will see that 24/7, 20-30 bodies are being burned constantly, non-stop. So this person put the stick there and he thought this must be fake. I have to try. So he said, okay, let it rain only in this spot, and nowhere else. No one should know that I have this power. The rain came. So he was overjoyed. He ran to the marketplace. And just by seeing his body language, the other shopkeepers said, what happened? He told the whole story. So we don't believe you. So let it rain in Ananda Bazaar. So he told Indra, my dear Lord, it rained there. Please, I have some reputation in front of my friends, you know. Please, just rain in Ananda Bazaar and nowhere else. Meet the rain. And the king got to notice. At that time, there was not enough rain in the state of Odisha. The king took him around and made sure there was ample rain. This story is very interesting because the whole story is based on prasad. Lord Shiva, when Krishna appeared in Vrindavan, Lord Shiva wanted to see Krishna as a baby, the Supreme Lord as a baby. You know Lord Shiva, the Ganga is coming out of his matted hairs, he has a trident, he has a poisonous snake around his neck, ashes all over his body. So just his enthusiasm to see Krishna was so intense that he did not even think that if I just go like this, people may get scared. Some people may even recognize me. But he just went straight, knocked on the door. Mother Yashoda opened the door. He said, yes, Mother Yashoda is used to seeing many, many sadhus coming to Krishna, giving blessings, taking some dakshin, taking some prasad and walking off. So Lord Shiva came. He said, yes. So Lord Shiva said, my dear mother, I just came to see your child. Mother Yashoda said, I don't think so. You look scary. The water's coming out, the matted hair, the snake around your neck. You want some prasad? Here is some prasad, Hari Bol. Lord Shiva went. There is a forest right next to Nandagaon called Seshava, still there. So Lord Shiva went there in Seshava, crying, praying to Krishna and praying to Mother Yashoda. Please, my Lord, I just want to see your form as a baby. I have seen so many forms. Ramadi Murti Sukalani Amena Krishna. Please, my Lord. So, understanding Lord Shiva's desire, baby Krishna began to cry. Oh, he cried and he cried. Purnamasi Devi came. And Mother Yashoda said, Purnamasi Devi, I don't know what happened to Lala, I don't know what happened to Krishna. No matter what I do, Krishna is not stopping crying. She says, what happened? Tell me. Then at one point, Mother Yashoda said, this very far out sadhu came and he wanted to come inside the house. I said, no. Purnamasi knew. He said, you see, that's the problem. You have to get the sadhu back. Let him take darshan of your child. Let him bless. Let him go. You'll be okay. So Mother Yashoda sent some devotees, some people to get Lord Shiva. They looked everywhere. They saw this sadhu. It matched with the description. Lord Shiva came. This was the first meeting of Krishna and Lord Shiva. Oh, Lord Shiva began to cry in transcendental joy. And Mother Yashoda is thinking, why are you crying? See my child. And Krishna began to smile. He was so happy to see Lord Shiva. There was an exchange, loving exchange between Lord Shiva and Krishna. So after some time, Lord Shiva says, okay, thank you, Mother, I will go. Lord Shiva turned, began to walk, Krishna began to cry. So Mother Yashoda said to Lord Shiva, come back. Because when my son saw you, he was very happy. The moment you turned, began to cry. So you come. So Lord Shiva came again. As soon as Krishna saw Lord Shiva, Krishna began to smile. So happy. After some time, Lord Shiva says, thank you, Mother. I should go. Turn to walk. Krishna began to cry. Mother Yashoda says, if my child becomes so happy simply by seeing you, you must stay here all the time. Lord Shiva said, I will stay with the condition that every single day I shall get the remnants, Mahaprasad, of your son. He said, you're a sadhu. My son is just a baby. What are you talking about? You want me to stay? Give the prasad. Therefore, you will see, when you walk into Nanda Bhavan upstairs, when you walk into the gate, on your left, that Lord Shiva is there. So every day after Krishna takes, the remnants is given to Lord Shiva. Then is distributed, just like in Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath takes, it's offered to Bimala Devi, Mother Parvati, and we get it as prasad. Therefore, we are actually very, very thankful. And we offer our gratitude to Mother Parvati, Mother Durga. It is because of her that we are able to get the remnants of Lord Jagannath. You know this, it's a long pastime, but I'll make it very short. One time, Narada Muni pleased Lakshmi Devi and got the remnants of Krishna Vishnu. He ate the whole thing. And after honoring Prasad, Narada Muni went wild in ecstatic love of God. And he was just chanting and dancing. You know, sometimes when you're very, very happy, you just want to go somewhere and just express it. He thought the best person to whom I can express my transcendental joy is Lord Shiva. So he came, you know, Lord Shiva, he was just dancing and dancing and dancing. The two brothers, no? Narada Muni and Lord Shiva. So, seeing how happy Lord Shiva, how happy Narada Muni is, Lord Shiva asked, my dear brother, what happened? So the whole story, how he got the prasad of Lord Narayan. He said, you're my brother, you definitely have brought something for me. He says, no, I ate the whole thing. He didn't bring anything for me. Then Narada Muni noticed a little bit of prasad is stuck in his nail. So Lord Shiva took that and he went mad in ecstatic love of God. When Lord Shiva took that remnants, it is actually Mahaprasad. Lord took, Narada Muni took, now Lord Shiva is taking. Now the whole planet began to tremble. Mother Parvati came. Why are you dancing in so much ecstatic love of God? So Lord Shiva said, told the whole story. You're my husband, I'm your better wife, better half, not better wife, better half. I'm a better half, must have kept something. He says, no, there was nothing, there was a little bit on the nail of Narada. I just took that. One of the books describes how Lord Shiva actually told Mother Parvati jokingly, actually you're not qualified to take prasad. So Mother Parvati took a vow. You're saying I'm not qualified? I'll make the Supreme Lord happy to the extent that not me, not any of my children, including the jackal and the dogs and cows, will be deprived of the prasad of the Supreme Lord. And being pleased by Mother Parvati's penance, the Lord appeared. This is what she asked for. My Lord, let the whole world have the opportunity to honor your prasad. Then the Lord said, I will appear as Lord Jagannath and I will honor prasad, like I said, 21 hours a day. And you'll be the first recipient of the remnants. After you accept, to come out as Mahaprasad and all the living entities can accept. Time is up. I just want to read one letter of Prabhupada, then I will end. Here. So this is 18th January 1977. I think this date could be wrong or right, I'm not sure. But anyway, sometime in 1977, Prabhupada wrote a letter to all the temple presidents in Iskcon. He talked about how each temple should have 2 to 3 cooks, and they should make hot puris, halwa, pakora, and don't cook like a lot at a time. You see some people cook like for like 5-6 people, so it stays hot, devotees come, keep them hot prasad. So in this way, cooks will be always engaged and devotees would get hot prasad. Puri, halwa, pakora, sabzi. Then Prabhupada was writing. Now can you imagine if this was actually followed in all the temples, what would happen? Absolutely revolution. The whole world would change. Somehow or other, if Prabhupada has written this to all the temple presidents, this is something that each of us can contemplate to see how to manifest this desire of Prabhupada. Because when you're authority, one thing comes to your mind is money. Or if I'm going to have 2-3 cooks, and whole day, hot puris, halwa, pakora, sabzi, where the money will come from? This is what Prabhupada says. This is exact word of Prabhupada. The temple is managed by Srimati Radharani, Lakshmi Devi. So why should there be want? Our philosophy is, if anyone comes, let him take prasad, chant Hare Krishna, and be happy. Radharani is not poor, Lakshmi Devi is not poor. We were in one temple in Australia. They serve hot prasad, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, free of cost. And seeing their efforts, the government gave $250,000 to make a kitchen. In Mayapur, for the last couple of years, by the desire of His Holiness Chappan Swami Maharaj, a new project has started. From 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night, anyone who comes, free of cost, they have a very nice chair and table. You can honor prasad, hot rice or something. Of course, there are places in Mayapur, 4 or 5 kitchens are there. You can pay. You can take prasad. But you want free prasad, go there. Quality is very nice. This was the desire of Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada says that it is our desire to spread Jagannath culture all over the world, means the culture of prasad, a culture of no discrimination, a culture of the way you take prasad. Therefore, I did not read that there are many quotes of Prabhupada. Prabhupada says it's called Prasad Seva. And Dr. Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says it's not enjoyment. You see halwa, oh, now I enjoy. No, now you serve. Why? Because it's not different from prasad. Prasad is not different from prasad. So, how many times you have honored prasad? Countless times, right? What happened? Sakala Prapancha Jaya Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, you can conquer Maya, but the more we eat, our senses become more agitated. How is it? It's supposed to be other way around. The more honor, respectfully you take prasad, you're supposed to control your senses. But if you don't honor prasad and eat, there's a difference between eating food and honoring prasad. Therefore, Prabhupada says, Prasad Seva. Prasada Seva korite hoy sakala prapancha. So Seva is done with all reverence. Seva is done with respect. So next time you are able to serve prasad, cook prasad, honor prasad, please do it enthusiastically, respectfully. Simply by honoring prasad, you can control Maya. You can chant Hare Krishna beautifully. This is the teachings of all of our acharyas. This is the desire of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You have a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, what
If it was 21, you'll be asking why 21.
Yes,
Right? So, I mean, this beats 108. So, a lot of devotees gives a lot of explanation. For me, it's very simple. 56 different items the Lord takes every single day in Jagannath Puri. There is a calculation from the morning till night, how many times he takes prasad and how many preparation he takes. It ends up like that. That's all. Any other questions regarding what I spoke in the class today? Yes, please.
Culture of non-discrimination, you were saying, and yet devotees of the West are not allowing Jagannath Puri.
And therefore Jagannath came here. I was, in Bengal, just this year, the government of West Bengal, they inaugurated a Jagannath temple in Digha, in a place called Digha. And they spent huge amount of money, some couple of 100 crores. And they saw that the best society to take care of Jagannath is Iskcon. And so there is an agreement that cannot be changed, that Iskcon will perpetually take care of Lord Jagannath. And His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, I don't know, he's recording this, but he was invited to be part of the installation of the deities. And now Iskcon takes care of the service of Lord Jagannath there. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was crying when he was explaining this many times, that in Jagannath Puri we are not allowed to go. Now Lord Jagannath has come here. He is inviting us to cook for him, to bathe him. Jagannath Prabhupada was here, as you know. In this very temple, Prabhupada was crying, singing Parama Karuna Puhudi, because he saw Sri Gauranitai. He did not just see the deity, he saw the Supreme Lord, Sri Gauranitai. Similarly, some of us may not have that opportunity to enter into the temple of Sri Lord Jagannath. But please know that you worshiping Jagannath here with all reverence, with respect, to get the same benefit. He is Jagannath, he is the Lord of the universe. And Prabhupada spread this Jagannath culture. Now you see, even in Atlanta, you have Rath Yatra. Now today, it's Chappan bhog day. All of you are coming, you brought something for Lord Jagannath, and Jagannath is honoring, now you'll be honoring. So, whatever reason may be, some of us are not able to go, but Jagannath has come out of his way. You'll see also in Jagannath Puri, during Rath Yatra, so many devotees cannot go inside, but then he comes out. And this year I saw so many Iskcon devotees, foreign devotees. They were chanting and dancing in front of Lord Jagannath. And one interesting thing is, you see, in Jagannath Puri, after the return Rath, Jagannath immediately does not go inside. He stays outside for 3 days. And anyone, you can take darshan. As many, you want to stand there 10 hours a day, do it. And devotees are offering garlands and prasad. There is one day, Rasagula? So there is a day when Jagannath comes back. The day they enter, when he goes back. So that day, Rasagulas are offered to Lord Jagannath. And you will see devotees from all around. Anyone can come, bring Rasagula and offer to Lord Jagannath. So if you really think in that way, same opportunity is there. Patit Pavan Jagannath you can see from outside. So Jagannath is there, here Jagannath is there, and he's showering his blessings upon all the living entities. Okay? Shweta, we end?
Yes. Anybody has any questions?
Any other question is there? Yes, no? Alright. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagannath Swami ki?
Hare Krishna. Let's go round of applause for Naru Gopal Prabhu for a wonderful class. So we're going to open the altar. We'll see all the offering that devotees have cooked. I'm just going to mention a couple of devotees who have cooked and put their hard work for Lord Jagannath. So we have, on the first place we have Vijayashwari Mataji. She cooked 64 items for Lord Jagannath. And we have Sri Hari, he cooked 18 items. And Saraswati Mataji cooked 10 items. Sukhanta Vishwas and family, they cooked 200 items. And then Ramras Mataji cooked 21 items. Adi Krishna Prabhu and his good wife cooked 26 items. Arun Prabhu and family cooked 9 items. Vrinda Gopika Mataji cooked 14 items. And Vallavi Radhika Mataji cooked 56 items. And I know there are many more Mataji have cooked, they came a little late, but we thank you all for doing this wonderful seva for Lord Jagannath pleasure. So we have almost over 350 items been cooked for today for Lord Jagannath. 400. Jai Jagannath Swami ki. So I'd like to call upon disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj to come and do the mini arati. And then there's another one. Shakti Roy family, if you're here, please come and do the mini arati. Right? So anybody, Chandima? Please come. Okay, we'll have kirtan. We will be sitting down kirtan, but there will be also arati inside. And then at the same time, those who are doing mini arati, they will do mini arati for Lord Jagannath also. And we'll request Naru Gopal to do the kirtan.
Hare Hare
sponsored by the disciples of His Holiness Bhakti Charusani Maharaj Ki. And they are sponsoring this Sunday feast on the occasion of Maharaj entering into eternal pastimes of divine couple Radha and Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. So Maharaj, I think he passed away a couple of years back, and so the disciples honoring his Disciples' Day. In many places, many temples, always the festival they have observed. So they are doing it today, here. So many of you know Bhakti Charu Maharaj is one of the pioneers of Iskcon, and he served Iskcon for many years. He was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He was a servant of Srila Prabhupada also. He used to cook for Prabhupada. And Prabhupada especially gave him order to translate all his books in Bengali language. And he did that very well. And now we have in Bengali language all the Prabhupada books are translated. So this is, and then he also opened a couple of temples, beautiful temples, especially in Ujjain, in D-Land, and many other places. He had thousands of disciples. A couple of years back, he passed away in North America, I think in Florida, and he entered into Krishna pastimes in eternal abode in Goloka Vrindavan. So let us one time chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. So we have a couple of announcements. On July 20th, Sunday is Kamika Ekadashi. So we'll be having, there will be a Sunday feast, but along with the Sunday feast, we're going to have a mango and lichu festival. So Lord Jagannath and Radha Madan Mohan Gaunita's pleasure. So devotees are requested, you can bring as many mangoes as you can, or you can bring lichus, and we will offer to the deities. Just like you see the Chappan bhog here, almost 400 items. So Lakshman Prabhu and his team is going to organize this festival, and we're going to have mango festival. I think last year we did. How many of you attended mango festival last year? Many of you. So we're going to do also this year. So please, as many mangoes you can. If you want to bring mangoes, you can see Lakshman Prabhu, or you can see Chitta Veja Prabhu. And you can bring cases of mangoes, or you can bring as many you want. You can bring also few also. And you just offer to Lord Jagannath and Radha Madan Mohan Gaunita. You can, last year we didn't have lichis, but this year we are adding lichis also. You can bring lichis also. And then on the 4th August, Monday, is Radha Govinda Jhulan Jatra begins. So there will be a Jhulan Jatra starting on the 4th August. So temple will be observing in the morning and the evening. So we'll have in the morning, right after Guru Puja, we'll have Jhulan Jatra for the Lord. And then in the evening, right after Sandhya Arati, around 7 p.m., we're going to have Jhulan Jatra. So you can participate in those festivals during the morning hours or during the evening hours. So I was requesting the devotees that if you can come and do the kirtan, 7 o'clock, if you come by team, few devotees will have prasadam also. You can come and do kirtan for Radha Govinda Jhulan. And this will go on until 8 August Friday. And that is the day Lord Balaram's appearance day. And there is a fasting until noon also. There is Abhishek from 6 p.m. That's Friday. And then that's the end of Jhulan Jatra. And then you fast from 1 month from yogurt. This month we are fasting from greeny leafy vegetables. Next month we'll be fasting from yogurt for 1 month. And then on 16th August is Sri Krishna Janmashtami. Mahotsav ki jai. Jai Bhagwan Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. So this is there's a fasting until midnight for Janmashtami. But the temple will be providing prasadam all day. There will be Ekadashi prasadam will be served all day. There will be all day mini arati for visitors who are coming here. they'll get the opportunity to do mini arati. And then there will be also a cultural program. We'll have a stage outside. There will be cultural program, there will be quiz contest, dress contest, drama, dance, all this for the praise of Lord Krishna. And then there will be also prasadam, midnight there is a feast. It will be served after the arati. There will be also a great abhishek for Lord Krishna, and this abhishek will take place around 8:30 p.m. The highlight of this festival is the abhishek. So we are getting silver colors, custom-made silver colors from Vrindavan, and each family will get opportunity to bathe the Lord along with your family during the Krishna Janmashtami day. So you can come and you can bathe and you can take Charanamrita and you can take the colors home. So colors hasn't arrived yet, but they're on the way. And we're going to, its limit is 108 families, but we know every year we cross that. So it's like a first come, first serve. And then on 7th August is Sunday, is Prabhupada, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's appearance day, birthday. Haribo, Srila Prabhupada ki. So there is fasting until noon. And then in the evening we'll have, for Prabhupada, there will be a Pushpanjali, Guru Puja, there will be a talk by the disciples of Prabhupada and grand disciples. So please all come. Prabhupada has done so much for us. At the age of 70, he came to the West and he brought this spiritual treasure in the Western countries, Vedic knowledge. And he built over 108 temples, schools, farm communities, cow protection, and hundreds and thousands of devotees he created. He has done so much seva to this world. So please come for his Vyasa Puja. And we'll have a very beautiful Vyasa Puja. And we request devotees also to cook for him and bring it here. And we'll offer to Srila Prabhupada. So these are the couple of announcements that we had. Any other announcement? There is another announcement. Dinabandhu Prabhu. Dinabandhu Prabhu is a wonderful devotee from Vrindavan. He is a Brajavasi. And he is from America, but he stayed in India for many, many years, still staying in Vrindavan. And he doesn't care whether heat, cold, problem, no problems, he stays in Vrindavan. And he knows Vrindavan very well. And he knows the pastimes of Vrindavan, all the forests, all the pastimes of Lord Krishna, very nicely he can describe. And I remember when I was in Vrindavan, he was taking devotees who come from around the world. He would take them and go to different pastime places of the Lord Krishna and would describe the whole pastimes of the Lord very beautifully. So we'll get to hear from him. There will be many house programs. We'll update that after some times. Yes. Acha. So she just did a graduation. So, what's your good name? Swastika Roy, yeah? Swastika Roy is supposed to come, but they came a little late, but she just graduated from high school, and she wants the prayers of all the devotees, so can we pray for her?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. And I just have to go through briefly about Janmashtami. Janmashtami is a very big festival. How many of you have attended Janmashtami festival here in Atlanta, Iskcon temple? Only few hands. So many of you didn't join, look like. So anyway, it's a very big festival. We get almost 4,000 people. 3,000 to 4,000 people on that day, just in one day, from morning until midnight. So many devotees come. And we want to really serve them very nicely. We want everybody to get prasadam, and everybody will have something to do when they come for this festival. There will be a booth in the front where the devotees will welcome them, put tilak on them, and there will be a japa workshop, and there will be many booths for book distribution, and then there will be many devotees. We're going to also have vendors outside where you can buy Mahaprasad, books, etc., etc. And all this is going to take place in that Janmashtami day. And all day there will be mini arati, all day there will be Mahaprasad be served to everyone who comes here. Those who are fasting, they can fast, but those who are not fasting, they'll have opportunity to eat Mahaprasad. And there will be cultural programs. So all this arrangement needs all of your help. Without the help of the devotees, we can't have a festival. So temple management is going to arrange so many nice items, nice festival for all of you, so you can come and enjoy the festival. So, but we do need help from the devotees. That means we want volunteers who can cut vegetable in the kitchen, clean the pots, clean the temple, take care of the guest who comes here, talk to them about Prabhupada's philosophy, or try to give them books, or just welcome them. In this way they feel homely, because this is your temple, and when the guests are coming to your home, you should welcome them. So this is our business, it's our seva. So we want to do this very nicely. In order to do that, we need all of your support. So no festival can take place without the support of the devotees and the congregation. So the main highlight is the Abhishek of the Lord, silver Kalash Abhishek. Where is the Kalash? Chaitanya Prabhu. Okay, Kalash is on the way. So there is a Kalash Abhishek going to take place. That is the highlight of this festival, I have mentioned before. So this is 108 Kalash are coming. So far we have, seven families that have sponsored, and I think I have one more here. Ravan K. Roy. She also sponsored one silver Kalash Abhishek. Let's give a round of applause for her. Hari Bol. Anybody else want to sponsor this Kalash Abhishek for the Lord? Shukanta Vishwas and family. Let's give a round of applause for them. Hari Bol. Ranjan Roy and family. Anybody else? Radha Priya, Haribo. Anybody else wants to sponsor the Kalash Abhishek? But we know that this is going to run out every year. In the last minute people come, they say, do you have more Kalash Abhishek? I said, Prabhu, it's not finished. So, anybody else want to do it? This is your opportunity. I have many temples. I remember one Janmashtami festival, I stayed in Mumbai for Janmashtami day. 400,000 people attended. And they had a very wonderful Kalash Abhishek. They had like 300 families came and begged the Lord. And each sponsor was 50,000 rupees for one Kalash. So this is they do in Mumbai. They do now very big also. They do it also in Mayapur. So anybody else want to sponsor this Kalash Abhishek? Let's see a few hands more. Okay, others will go to the next part. So we have many other sponsors. You can sponsor for the dress for the deities. These three deities, Gauritai, Radha, Madan Mohan, Jagannath. They'll have a new outfit on Janmashtami day. Every one of us, we get some clothing on our birthday, is it not? So Krishna also gets some clothes on his birthday. So you can sponsor some clothes for Lord Krishna. I mentioned, I think just 2-3 Sundays ago, that in the Padma Puran, there is a beautiful statement that if you sponsor a dress for the deities, or a land, or a gold, jewelries, all that, or arranging Lord's arati, parfana, all that, your generations can go to Vaikuntha planet. It's so powerful, this seva. So it's not you're not doing an ordinary seva. This will take you back to Vaikuntha. This seva is so powerful. That's why Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, Jagya dano tapo karma, na tajjam karma eva. Na tajjam means never you should give up the activities, these three activities, charity, austerity and penance. These three activities will purify you, even to the liberated soul. What to talk of conditioned soul? It's so powerful. That's why I say Jagya Dana Tapo Karma. This is very powerful. So these are the best days you can offer, like Janmashtami Day, Ratha Yatra Day, or Gaur Purnima. So many nice, wonderful festivals. And you do some seva, you get so much spiritual benefit that you cannot think. There is no limit. Krishna is so merciful. So, in Purana, there are different statements are there that if you do certain things, that's like, suppose there was a person, in the Padma Purana find there was a person who was committing all kinds of sinful activities. All kinds of sinful activities. But when he died, nobody buried his body. Nobody buried his body. So his skeleton, the head, was staying there. And the water fell. And one of the devotees who read Bhagavad Gita, he drank that water from there. He was reading close to that skeleton. And he drank that water, and some water was splashed into that skeleton. And because he did that, he got liberation. Just simply by doing that seva. Can you imagine how powerful is all this? So, in the Puranas, I have remember, I went to the Bangalore temple in the opening, long ago. In Bangalore temple, when there people were sponsoring different seva opportunities they gave to them. Somebody was giving donation for this wing, that wing, and the deities, dresses, jewelry, temple, top domes, then chakra. So one of the devotees mentioned, he was quoting from different Puranas that if you do seva, what are the benefits? So there are tremendous benefits for each seva that you do to Lord Krishna. So please take this opportunity. And I'm sure that Krishna is going to bless you by doing this seva to Lord Krishna in his birthday. Thank you very much. So, the system today will have a little organized way we're going to serve the prasadam. There is a prasadam outside, but before you go outside, there will be prasadam from inside the altar. The pujari is going to distribute, hand over prasadam that all the devotees have cooked and offer to Lord Jagannath. So you can make two lines. On the right side, the ladies, on the left side, the men. You can come and the puja is going to give you prasadam from the altar, which is offered to Lord Jagannath. Okay? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav ki